All right, folks, we're back. We're hopping right into the brand new series. Now, this is going to be a PvP. This is also the semifinals of the tournament. So the winner of this, of course, will go on for the finals, where all the cash prize money is. Unlike the Corsair Cup, which pays out to 4th place, the BTSL only pays out to the top 2. Spawning here on the top left side of the map, we got the teal Protoss player, Root Gaming's herO.
In the bottom right is the red Protoss. He is Patience.
Someone in chat asking, why did BaseTradeTV donate money to itself? We didn't, although that would be, I don't know, that would actually not be very effective if you think about it, because if I had to use PayPal to pay $20 to myself through PayPal, that's 2 different transactions that would take out of it. I wouldn't even get the $20 back. I'd get like 1847 or something weird like that.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth. And if the idea is to start a donation train, then I think
at
really
that point,
failed.
Yeah, you at the very least just like use a different name, right? Like
Yeah,
you don't
like,
write base.
be clever.
If you're gonna fake like a donation, put like Butts McBuckstein or something, right? Like don't just go so obviously BaseTradeTV.
Yeah, like, are you insulting our intelligence at this point? Like, come on now.
It's like an innocent enough question that we've just got really offended at for no reason.
God, guy. Jesus. Yeah. All right, so I think this is like the first PvP I've seen on Honor Grounds. We don't see too many PvPs in general, and of course with the somewhat still new map pool, I guess that makes sense. But that means that I've never seen the full wall off yet for the Protoss.
So by the way, sad side note, I just got a reply from our second North American player. Both of the North Americans we tried to invite to the map test tournament can't compete in it.
Bad.
It's just like we keep trying to give North America a chance, man. Like,
yeah, there's not many other North Americans that I can really think of that are playing super seriously.
Nah, we just gotta replace that PvT with somebody else. We'll find somebody, but hang on, he's asking if Gimme and Keen can play. I don't know. Do you want to do both semifinals? Make the shot call real quick.
Wait, what's the other semifinals?
Gimme and Keen.
Oh no. I've seen that matchup a dozen times.
Okay, I'm saying let them go. And again, for those who don't know what's going on, Zyber and I have actually been casting and kind of working ourselves to death and not sleeping properly, so it's been real bad for us. And tonight's one of those nights where we might just let the tournament go through a little bit quicker. Well, we are. It's not even might. We are going to let the tournament go through a little bit quicker than average. So we're going to let Keen and Gumiho start without us. If this series ends up going quickly, we'll try and catch game 3 type thing, but I don't believe anybody's casting it. We're all over here.
Third confirmed underpowered. Guaranteed PvP finals.
Maybe.
Maybe?
It's Korean Zerg, so it's kind of like... Eh.
I thought you were maybeing the confirmed PvP finals.
No, it's been like, Zerg's not really underpowered. It's like Bjorn and Scarlet, the only 2 people in Korea that can play Zerg, apparently. By the way, thank you, Nervoth, for the 6-month resub. Glad to have you back on board. Shalasa as well for the 3 months as well. 3 months went by fast.
Yeah. Time flies when you look back on it. My 12th grade of high school also went by really fast. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like banana.
Okay. So I guess this might be just coincidental. I really don't know. Again, haven't seen too many PvPs on this map, but the fact that they both kind of went macro with it is a little interesting. They're finally showing their builds, I guess, here. As, you know, the Oracle was shown and Blink is on the way for Patience. Patience delayed this base, which really sucks. It's the go-go boots. But I wonder if herO didn't, like, if you want to take this base. There's a lot of benefits of a Zerg taking the forward base. But when it comes to the other races, it's a little more questionable. Maybe even a lot more.
So, I wasn't even thinking about this just now, right? I'm not sure if this will apply to PvP or not. Just think about how cheesy herO's been lately. I would actually really hope this whole series just has like a lot of Protoss cheese coming out of them. And not at all standard like Disrupt Your Play. But Patience has the proxy gateway coming down the other side of the map. He's looking to warp in real fast and direct on the front line.
Yeah, he does have just 2 gateways back at home, so it's not like a 7 gate. But it is something that's, you know, the timing's a little bit weird, and the reinforcements will be surprisingly fast, and herO might just not have the defenses already set up for it. But herO has a similar idea. Oh wait, no, this is herO's gateway. I messed that up. The robo was scouted, by the way, or the gateway was rather.
Oh, you're dead here. Yeah.
Yeah, but herO does his own gateway.
Well, Patience had to cancel his. Got scouted and taken care of so quickly. But yeah, Patience has not seen heroes yet. It's gonna be a bit of a pain in the butt to deal with.
Funny thing though, I mean, I feel like just seeing that Patience doesn't mind being aggressive would maybe deter you from being this type of aggressive, because again, it's not an all-in. It's just 3 gateways. Oh no, it's 4. Oh, okay, it's a little bit more, but still, like, Patience might just have an even army supply. They both will have Blink, obviously, but Patience is trying to take a 3rd base, and that's what herO would look to definitely stop from happening.
Well, numbers for herO are looking a little overwhelming. I'm quite worried for Patience. This 3rd base might be asking just a little bit too much.
Oh,
and let's not forget, yeah, it's Blink versus Blink for one thing, but it's still, it's an Oracle. It's a lot of extra damage. It's 2 extra stalkers.
That sucks.
This is cool. He still, you see it, but he still might blink into it. I don't know if he actually knows it's there. Okay, he's got the auto attack now.
Okay. Well, the Observer, I guess, did help with the stasis trap, but you know, you would really have liked an Immortal to be popping out, so maybe even herO accidentally blinks on top of you and gets screwed by it. But you know, 1 Immortal, maybe a couple of extra Stalker weapons, of course, and Patience might just hold his 10 army supply down. He has to blink away. And that Mothership Core is, well, she was kind of useless anyway. The Immortal's about to pop out, the probes are being pulled, but has Patience already lost too many Stalkers?
I mean, it's not exactly snowballing out of control, but it is, you know, the probes getting pulled is already bad news. 3rd base got canceled.
What?
Patience has been disrupted through this, but he does push this back.
Yeah, and herO went to a place that had no retreat. You know, he could have technically tried to go a little bit more to the left and maybe saved at least 4 Stalkers, but he did just lose his entire army. A lot thanks to that Immortal, but also that Patience is just enough damage on the Stalkers with his Stalkers.
You know what, though? He killed the Mothership Core and most of the Stalkers. There's actually, it's not going to happen, but there's a good chance this Oracle had gotten in here and there wouldn't have been any defense.
Yeah, that would have been really helpful. herO feeling a bit of a burn from losing that much army, but he's following up with a lot more gateways and Resident Enclaves.
What's this Mothership Core hoping to accomplish?
A time warp on the mineral line, so it's less effective minerals, and then you go in for the kill, obviously. I don't know. I feel like that's misrallied.
That's a big waste. Oh, she gets out of there alive, but wasting that recall kind of sucks.
No. 8, 9? Quite a few probes out of the Adept run in. That helps. Of course, herO, again, loses his entire army for it, so if Patience looked, maybe he could at least kill the proxy.
Important to note, though, herO also takes the 3rd base while this goes on, too, so concern is, like, for Protoss, money translates different a lot more, I think, than other races, just due to the way the warping mechanic works, but you're right, like, herO is bleeding out a lot of army to get any damage done. And well, maybe Patience will be suffering from probe losses. Like, herO just has nothing. If Patience goes right now, there's just nothing waiting for him on the other side of the map.
Yeah, I think Patience would know that, but he wants to clean up the proxy gateway first, so he doesn't have to be, you know, potentially throwing the game to a couple of depth warp ins. And if Patience could just get a Warp Prism, I think that he would move across the map. But no Warp Prism in sight, still hasn't technically cleaned up the gateway. Maybe just looking towards that 3rd base. And this is something that herO could come back in the game with. You know, he is up in workers, his 3rd base is now finished. He could replace that army supply that was so bad just 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, the Oracle's really not getting much. It does get picked off there, but I do like that it was being active, like trying to get Revelation off and pick up those probes, of course. But Warp Prism heads directly to the base that is protected by lots of pylons and a Mothership Core.
That won't work out. Patience is finally moving across the map, but the Warp Prism's a little late. It's not really hitting at that perfect time. herO really has done a good job of catching up back in their army supply after being down like 30 at one point, after the Adept side. Warp probes to go down, and herO can continue having an economic advantage.
I'm wondering if herO will try and catch up on upgrades, or if he'll just go straight to disruptors.
I don't know. Not too worth of a drop right there, but at least he saved the Warp Prism.
Yeah, but it's almost dead, so it's kind of scary. Looks like disruptors might just be on his mind, though. So the Robo starts up, and I mean, we have seen Colossus in the odd PvP, but not in recent days or frequently enough for me to say, like, yo, that's probably going to be Colossus.
Yeah, totally. On to disruptors. Second Robo, Forge, they're both getting what could be considered late +1. It's really odd timing when it comes to upgrades in PvP. Some people go for even like a 6-minute Forge. But I'd say this is more common and also makes it look more normal too. Like, I feel with those really early +1s, there's supposed to be some type of, severe upgrade advantage that really works out with a timing attack, but we haven't really seen that. But these just feel more like, well, it's about that time in a macro game to get some upgrades. herO going for at least one Phoenix might just be to deter a War Prism of Patience should it come around. I think that's what it'll be anyway. I can't imagine he affords both double Disruptors and Phoenixes to pick up Patience's Disruptors. Seems like a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I thought for a moment there herO was going to go to the natural base. He actually had a hallucinated Phoenix just sitting over the natural for so long, but never really took that opportunity to go in there with the War Prism.
I feel like herO's position more with this Oracle coming out. Again, because I guess he lost his first one. But knowing where your opponent is when it comes to Disruptor Wars is maybe even more than half the battle.
Yeah, again, like, he's not exactly winning a lot of cups or anything, but M. Canning, I really do think, has better Disruptor skills than most even Koreans, I'll say. Again, I'm not saying better at Protoss, but better at this one specific unit. And we got to watch him do like a lot of really cool back attacks in PvP. He was getting really big hits on stalkers because of the way he was using his positioning too. Like, I'm curious to see whether herO's just going to have these clumped up and Patience just going to have them clumped up, or if there's going to be that next level of tactics.
Well, this is only the Stalker army, but still worthwhile. This is a very...
Excuse me, to knock that down, maybe?
Expensive army. It's just chilling.
I feel like they meant to knock that down. We just misclicked.
Yeah, probably. Patience did go for double Disruptors, but he's also getting Charge +2 and Stargate and a Templar Archives, I think, just finished up. Like, he got all of the tech, whereas herO just kind of focused on this army as we see here.
Well, Charge is definitely going to be... I mean, first off, Adepts and Zealots are not preferable to Stalkers at all because they don't have Blink, but I think Charge is going to be a little bit more desirable than Adepts will be when it comes to fighting these things. Disruptors, of course, are very, very, very fast with their attack.
Oh, that was
so
close.
Dangerous, I would say, for certain.
Yeah.
As he stutter steps in to clean up these Stalkers, he does push continued on the other side of the map, and these Immortals, Disruptors, and Sentries should have no problem taking on whatever defensive weapons are, unless he eats his own Disruptor shots. Oh, he's gonna be careful.
Oh no, that was really important. I think those are the Disruptors with the well, no, here we go. Here. Now it's payback, but
that was a pretty big hit.
Army. Those force fields needed to come down. He did clean up Patience's Stalker army, and that puts Patience down a significant amount of army supply. Now looking great.
Yeah,
You got a Disruptor hit.
hero's marching with the Stalkers that he didn't have on the front line before. I mean, unit counting station kind of shows, without a doubt, hero's the one who's in ahead for this. The +2 weapons is cool, but +2 weapons don't really matter for anything except the Stalkers. Like, the Disruptor's going to deal a lot of damage with or without upgrades.
Yeah. And this didn't really work out as Patience was envisioning, maybe. Oh,
They're so dangerous. He blinked in just as he was focusing down that Disruptor. That shot was supposed to detonate. It was super clutch, super scary.
Oh, that one Phoenix. That one Phoenix, such a boss.
Yeah, it's just lifting up and canceling the Disruptors. This is so cool. herO hallucinates Colossus. I feel like this is some Protoss BM right here, but really nicely executed out of herO. Great control here at the very end of the game too, and again, those Phoenix pickups, MVPs.
GG. Fun little PvP.
Yeah. herO takes that first game in the best of 3. But of course, this will lead into a best of 5 finals. And as we said, guys, the other TVT we did, the other semifinals, the other TVT we did say can start if they want to, and it looks like they did go ahead and start. So we will not be casting Gumiho and Keen. And it is my sincerest apologies, but tonight is just not a night we've got the stamina, I think, to do too many casts of too many games. So we'll happily cover everything that we can in the meantime. Small commercial break while they find out the maps. Stick around. I'll see you guys soon.
So I'm here, man.
Whoops, I opened up the wrong link. You guys heard some of that sound. My bad. But we are getting into game number 2. Welcome back to the BTSL semifinals. Spawning here in the bottom right side of the map, we got the red Protoss player. It's Patience.
The top left is the blue Protoss. He is Root herO.
herO taking a very convincing first game in that series.
Yeah. There was a moment where he looked like he was going to be down and out. Had Patience just pushed. Didn't happen, and he kind of snowballed with it. I really don't know about Patience. I mean, yeah, he had fallen behind just in terms of economy. But he also was playing greedy despite that. Like, he had thrown down a lot of tech at once. Or maybe if he had just focused on building disruptors, he would have been okay. Or didn't try his blink stalker shenanigans. Lots of things to say, but maybe we won't get so much of a macro game like last time. And base expansion on Abyssal.
Well, I actually really enjoyed, just to talk about herO for a second, the Phoenix clutch was such a smart move.
Yeah.
It was so well executed too, because there was like an immediate pickup drop. Like, he wasn't messing around with it. He wasn't forgetting about it. He was very much like pick up, drop, cancel immediately. All he wanted to do was cancel the cast, and it was some very nice precision, I guess, to enjoy at the end of that game.
I do wonder if at some point he just F2'd and was like, oh shit, there's a Phoenix with me, because otherwise it seems unlikely that Phoenix could get more than one pickup for sure. Like, the Stalkers usually tear that down. It worked really well. Double gateways for both players.
I was also going to mention, sometimes when we see Phoenix in a situation, I almost feel like the amount of Phoenix get made end up being a waste if their only goal is to pick up and drop to cancel the shots. So having such a low amount left him more money to make more stalkers, more depths, more like literally anything else, which was nice to see.
It's Adepts versus Stalkers. Classic PvP. What a world of difference. Oh my god. Patience is moving out actually with a probe, so this could continue into something else. Like, you can put a slow warping pylon and proxy and still do damage, even with only 2 warp gates, especially if you manage to take out any of the Adepts, you know, as the numbers are growing. So that might happen here. Like, herO's gonna shade right into the Stalkers, just coincidentally timed here.
He needs to catch these though. Yeah, this is really important that he does, because like, this is one thing where, like, okay, maybe this gets you a mineral line and that's annoying, but it's another thing to let him scout what you're doing. I mean, this is already kind of borderline fishy town. There's nothing. There's no Twilight Council. There's no Robo. All kinds of questions get raised.
Well, I scouted his lack of a nexus, and I think like this is really like killing the Adepts might even be worth, even if he does scout. Like, I think it is. But force fields might be enough. I don't know. Abyssal Reef has the whole option of 2 different places, but he finally scouts the proxy gateway, and that's how I do a lot.
Dom's really sad that we're not in the Butts community that you made on Twitch, but actually,
I don't get communities.
We're actually in the Fine Butts community, so sorry that you're not part of that one. You just got dumped.
Oh, we're the sentries. Oh, that was a little bit dangerous. I'm gonna send from the front lines, but ended up being almost a bait.
Yeah, the force fields almost trapped the Stalkers in, actually. Had that gone down, those force fields and the overcharges would have killed them. Actually, did he scout this yet? Okay, he did. He does know that this is coming.
Yeah, the depth went up there. Still a question, though, of like how much is he really committing to it. So another shade reveals, I think, that there's more army, because he didn't see the Nexus. He doesn't actually know. He just assumed he's going to be an all-in. But Jade's still, you know, dedicated. He wants to do more damage. Adept shade into the main base. I think the Militia Corps is there to cover it. It is. The Adepts do manage to run out of the zone, so at least it'll force another potent overcharge.
Possibly, yeah. They also managed to just transfer out of the base, too, so...
Just leave. Yeah,
Hakai
even survives. No, don't put it on the front line. Well done. No!
Oh, herO. That's actually pretty quick out of here to notice they could do that.
Yeah, it was. This is dangerous by Patience, because, you know, he recognized they only has 3 sentries in his army. It looked a little tempting for Patience to snipe, but the rest of the army is including an Immortal. That's not gonna be something Patience can take on. And herO's done a really good job defending against this.
Well, he has, but Patience is still up like 10 workers through this, and okay, maybe that's not necessarily through kills, but that's the...
He's gonna die to a counter. Like, herO's getting a War Prism. He knows what he wants to do.
Yeah, that's certainly a concern. The Adepts have a surround to hold the Adept, or Probes have a surround on the Adepts, hold them in place. Overcharge pops. Those are going to get cleaned up, and now the counter does come down. And okay, there's a couple of force fields that to buy time. Break down the rocks, though. He's waiting. Of course, transfers can just go through. And this Mothership Core, she's got some energy. Decent pylon positioning.
What do I do? What do I do? Patience, as you said, is up 12 workers, and he does have Blink on the way, so if he holds, he's Gucci. But herO is looking to eventually get through here. Force fields are going to run out, with no charges used a little preemptively on that pylon.
He's going to elevator up, but I'm just kind of like, why not kill the second set of rocks? He's got like Immortals right there.
Yeah, I guess it's
he can actually fully elevate this up to the main if he wants to make a sentry with him. He's recognizing that opportunity, but it's not going to be the case here. It's a little bit awkward, but there's nothing really to shoot the warp prism, so...
I don't even to do that. He did not mean to cancel that warp in. Sounds a little awkward.
GG.
Oh, better.
herO. He's going to take the series and go through to the finals. That PvP, though. First off, that's great for herO. Good to see him in those finals. But now he's going to have to wait to find out whether he's fighting against Gumiho or Keen next. And of course, as we guys told you, that we let them start a little bit earlier. So if they're going to like a game 2 or a game 3 that we can catch, we will cast it. But on the likely chance that they aren't, we'll probably just hopefully get that game going for that finals ASAP. One way or the other, big shoutouts and thank you to Dares for adminning today, and of course thank you Joey, who will most likely have these up on YouTube sooner than you guys expected even. We mentioned it on Twitter. If you could do us a favor, actually what are we at now? Before the broadcast we were at like 11,921 subscribers. We're at 11,951 at the time of me saying this. There's no special prize. There's nothing we unlock for hitting 12,000 subscribers, but 12,000 subscribers is still a pretty cool feeling. So if you guys haven't subbed to our YouTube, please do. youtube.com/BaseTradeTV. In fact, it looks like about a couple hours ago, Joey unleashed the Ting Korean qualifier VODs.
Unleash them.
Or groups, excuse me, not qualifier.
That's a cool way to put it.
Man, I guess that's not really a lot to talk about, just wait for the next game. So I'm gonna stick us off to a break, guys, so I can just kind of try not to fall asleep while I sit here, and I'll see you when as soon as the game's available. We will be back.